All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. Better call Saul, ladies and gentlemen. Better call Saul. Yes. What an unbelievable past 24 hours has been. As you guys probably know, whoever has joined yesterday, yesterday when we were doing the stream, everything was dead. There was no Saul. There was no Kounde. We still didn't get Kounde anyway. We'll talk about all of that. But Saul happened right at the end. I think 3 or 4 hours before transfer market closed. Fabrizio Romano tweeted out that, Saul was going to, it's a done deal. Here we go, was given to us. I mean, what an unbelievable situation. Before we go and give a shout out to the live chat, because live chat has been buzzing from the beginning. Before the show even started, the live chat was on fire. So I've got to give a massive shout out. But Ishan, my man, better call Saul, baby.
Yeah, better call Saul. It's it's been a crazy deadline day. I'll be honest with you. I was there, watching Fab stream and catching up all the updates. It was mad. I think so. This is the craziest transfer season we have ever seen in football history, and it couldn't get any better with the deadline day. I mean, it was exciting.
Honestly, Sean, I've not seen so many big names move around previously in a transfer window like this. Especially, I'm talking about the big names. I've not seen them move around like that. Obviously Messi gone to PSG, Cristiano Ronaldo back to Man United, Jack Grealish breaking the record, English record. Lukaku to Chelsea, huge return. And yeah, I'm sure there's all heap of Griezmann to Atletico Madrid, like back the remontada for Atletico. So it's been epic, man. It's been epic. But live chat, we are going to mainly talk about Saul and what he means to us, bring him in on the transfer deadline, the way it all happened and whatnot. I think we are set for all competition, as Marina Granovskaia said in this particular quote here that's in the banner. I'll bring it up obviously down the track again, but she pretty much said, we welcome Saul to the club and believe he completes our squad as we compete for honors in 5 different competitions. I mean, that's the level of, the caliber of player that we're bringing in. Ladies and gentlemen, nearly 50 of you guys are live. Smash the like button first of all. Get those likes up to 50 straight away. And we're very close to 7.5 subscribers, literally about 118 subscribers. So if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Let's try and achieve 7,500. It'll be a good achievement. You guys are always here, and let's grow this channel together. Massive shout out to the live chat, 50 plus already. I'm going to just do a quick shout out. Declared, my man, thank you so much for being here. Kartik is here. Talal is here. Yusuf, as always, my man, is he. Kai Havertz, what are you doing here, man? You should be on international duty. What are you doing in the stream? Good to see you, Kai Havertz. Sudarshan is here. Alex is here. We've got Shakti. Thank you so much for joining, my man. Brent Smith, as always, my man, is he. Frederick is here as well. And who else we got here? Ask Thomas Tuchel is here. I love it. Vivek Tantri is here. Fahim is here. This is brilliant to see so many people. Justice is here. Nipun is here. Shadil is here. Vivek Bonolo. Oh, man, this is crazy. I love it. 60 almost live. Ishan, let's get straight into it, my man. I mean, I want to hear from you. What were your thoughts waking up yesterday, transfer deadline, news coming out saying Kounde is blocked, Saul is not a priority? I mean, Matt Law himself said that Chelsea are calm. They're not too concerned. Saul wasn't a priority. I mean, were you a bit concerned that are we a little bit undercooked here, or were you thinking we have a strong squad?
The whole transfer deadline day was like a absolute seesaw, man. It was totally crazy. It was totally mad. You couldn't say what was happening, what was not, and especially we'll talk about the Kounde deal. I thought it's a disaster by Sevilla. We got absolutely goofed there, and I
thought that was going to get done.
Yeah, I mean, we will talk about that later, but let's talk about Saul first.
Yeah,
I think so. this deal was maybe, Fabrizio Romano called that it was off. It was off before the deadline day approached. It was off, and we thought that it's not going to happen. Now deadline day approaches. The last 12 hours approaches, and we hear the news that it's still on. There are still chances.
Yeah.
Again, 1 hour passes. It's off. No chances of Saul. Chelsea concentrates back to Kounde, but it's complicated. Okay, fine. 2 hours later, Saul's back on, Kounde off. It's getting more than complicated. Again, 2 hours later, Saul's off, Kounde's on. Negotiations are going with Sevilla. It was going relentlessly like that. It was total seesaw the whole deadline day, and the whole 12 hours was like that. And we were like, man, what's happening here, man? In one moment it's on, in one moment it's off. Before dinner, I checked out Saul's off. After dinner, I came out Saul's on. I'm like, what the hell is happening here? I mean, isn't there any consistency there? I mean, where are things getting wrong here? Is it the reporting which is going wrong here, or what's going wrong here? Because there has to be some clarity, right?
Yeah.
The things went seesaw, but for me, I thought that Saul deal looked a little bit difficult. Kounde, for me, I thought it was not possible because they said that deadline day negotiations won't happen for especially being a permanent deal. So but also from Saul's point of view, I thought it was getting difficult because it's not easy to deal with Spanish clubs, negotiate that quickly and have a deal agreed within us. I thought so that was difficult. Also, going through, slowly and steadily we thought Saul's getting complicated, but we didn't knew the reasons why Saul's getting complicated. Then we came to know that, all right, listen, Saul's deal is on, but the thing is, Atletico Madrid needs someone as a backup if they leave Saul out. So the news came out that, all right, if Saul goes to Chelsea, personal terms and everything, all those stuffs agreed, but Atletico Madrid won't let Saul go until and unless they have someone in to replace Saul. And then the news came
Griezmann.
No, before that news, even before Griezmann, there was a news that Pablo Sarabia might join Atletico Madrid.
Pablo Sarabia, yeah.
And then the talk starts again coming. The Saul to Chelsea got revived again. People were talking heavily. Fabrizio Romano says it's on and talks are going on. Then what happened is that Pablo Sarabia, Chelsea to Saul, Saul to Chelsea was almost kind of clear at one point of time, knowing the fact that Pablo Sarabia would join Atletico Madrid. Then what happened is that Pablo Sarabia's, for some reasons or the other, could not join, did not have any sort of negotiation with Atletico Madrid, right? So there again, the deal got crumbled. Why? Because Atletico Madrid had a strong standpoint that they wouldn't let go Saul if they didn't have his replacement. That was a clear standpoint from them. Then after Sarabia deal collapsed, there comes the Griezmann deal out of nowhere. It was nobody knew that Griezmann was about to come.
RKO out of nowhere.
RKO again, and it was Griezmann this time. Nobody knew Griezmann was going to join Atletico Madrid. Out of nowhere, Barcelona thought, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 880k to give of wages to give to this guy per week. We're not gonna be in the mud. Let's try to get rid of this guy.
Let's offload.
And what Barcelona offered the exact same deal what Atletico Madrid offered to Chelsea, which is 5 million euros of loan fee plus 40 million euros of buy option, right, in future after the 1 year. That's exact what Barcelona copied and offered to Atletico. Now Atletico are satisfied, saying that, wow, we've got a boy back, Griezmann. Barcelona are done out here, absolutely shattered. They bought.
It's obligation to buy.
Oh, listen, miss, Barcelona got done completely. They bought Atletico Madrid. They bought Griezmann from Atletico Madrid for how much? 140 million euros, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, something like that.
The 880k wages became too heavy. Messi's out. The Barcelona needs to register for Aguero and Depay and all of those guys,
pumping up the
and they need to get rid of this expenses, right, the wages of Griezmann. So now they are forced to let Griezmann go. Griezmann comes back to Atletico for a just mere 5 million euro fee with a very sweet 40 million option to buy, which is Atletico very much happy with it.
That's disgusting.
Barcelona are done in the mud. Atletico's happy, Chelsea's happy, done deal. And here we are with Saúl Ñíguez to Chelsea. And what happens, miss, is very interesting. In the last moment, it was done, right? Fabrizio Romano, he declared that
It's like a
it's
movie,
done.
bro.
Yeah.
It's like a movie. We could write a movie.
Yeah, and we've got a final minute climax here upcoming. Everything is done, right? And we've got 3 deals. I think so. It was Nuno Mendes to
Luke De Jong.
sorry,
Luke De Jong
yeah,
to,
sorry, yeah. Luke De Jong to Barcelona, Anton Griezmann to Atletico.
It was a triple threat. It was a triple threat.
Yeah. It was a triple threat or a threesome, whatever you want to call it.
It was a threesome, and if one backed out, then it's finished.
Exactly, it was that exact situation, and all the 3 deals was related to La Liga clubs, right? So we've got Luke De Jong, we've got Atletico and Barcelona dealing with Griezmann, and we've got Saul to Chelsea, right? Now what happens? There are the whole 3 of these deals were almost done, right? Agreements agreed and whatever not. Now the last stages comes is paperwork. The paperworks need to be signed. If the paperworks are not signed, the deals are not done, right? And it was the final stages, the half an hour, 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
That's when I woke up, by the way. That's when I woke up, and I'm like, I tweeted out, "Welcome to Chelsea, Saul," and then I did that on Instagram as well. And then literally 5 minutes or 10 minutes later, many people like Absolute Chelsea and all of those people in Twitter started saying, well, this is not done yet. It could still collapse. And everyone was like celebrating. Everyone had, I had my thumbnail ready for this show for today, everything done and dusted. And then all of a sudden, Saul may be in trouble. But luckily, Ishan, it happened. The climax at the end was interesting.
Oh my God! At last, Fabrizio Romano. I was continuously hearing his stream,
Fabrizio
and he was
Romano was always positive. He was like, "This is a done." He gave.
Yeah, he was.
This would have been the first time I don't know if this has ever happened to him. It would have been probably the first time that I would have noticed that where he's given a "here we go," and it didn't happen.
My days, miss. He was so tense, Fabrizio Romano, and the other guy sitting beside him.
Reputation.
Oh my days, they were silent like hell. And those 15-20 minutes of span time, they were like, "Oh, this is incredible. I've not seen anything like this before in my life." The deal is in danger, guys. Ladies, when he said that deal is in danger, oh my days, I was shocked.
I mean, half the Chelsea fan base just collapsed.
Yeah, and listen, nobody cared about what Luke De Jong. Nobody cares about Griezmann. Everybody was asking Saul to Chelsea? Question mark. Saul to Chelsea? Where's Saul? What's up? What happened to Saul deal? So yeah, at the end, both of those guys were absolutely tense. They were sweating, and they didn't know what would happen, because this is something has stuck somewhere that they've got no links to, right? Paperworks, when it's signed, when it's got submitted, they got no links whatsoever, right? They know that the deal is done, but what's happening in the paperworks and when it's getting signed, they don't know that, right? Now then the news came out that it was the final minutes that that the Premier League received the papers
2 or 3 minutes before the window closed.
Oh,
Chelsea put in the. It's like they're running. There you go.
It was just 2 or 3 minutes before the deadline time that Premier League received the papers of Saul to Chelsea, and Saul to Chelsea was the first deal to be done, because one club was Premier League, and also Chelsea had extra 20 to 30 minutes to have the paperwork signed. So it was
with loan, you have another hour. I think with loan deals, you have another hour.
There is some paperwork signing time, so Chelsea got that, and then Saul to Chelsea was done, and then following that, Griezmann and Luke De Jong was also done. So what a crazy deadline it was like a movie, man. Absolutely.
Man, honestly, it was epic, man. I caught the end of it, and this commentary from Alex is so spot on. Shout out to Alex, man. Thank you so much for joining, my man. I literally woke up thinking that Kounde was going to get announced, because I thought that had to be done. Like, I know Sevilla director or whoever president said what they had to say. Monchi said whatever, that if Chelsea don't the buyout, the clause of 60 million pounds or 65 million pounds, whatever it was, then he's not going to go. But I just thought that maybe I'll wake up and Chelsea probably would end up doing that, or come to a negotiation and get that done. But I'm glad Chelsea didn't get bullied into this, because they know that they could perhaps get this particular player in January. We'll talk about the Kounde deal, but let's talk a little bit more about the Saul situation. Shout out to the live chat. Nearly 120 of you guys are on right now. Let's smash the like button. Get those likes up to 100. We've got 50 likes. Let's get another 50. Get the likes up to 100. Let's get the first target. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. The target is to reach 7,500. We're literally about maybe 100 or 110 away from 7,500 subscribers. So let's reach there together, guys, if you're here for the first time. Ishan, Saul coming to Chelsea, I'll be honest, I just didn't want to build my expectations up yesterday, because I was seeing all sorts of reporters, journalists saying that that's not going to happen. It's sort of calming down. It's getting blocked, so on and so forth. And I was just sort of thinking, look, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is another player that didn't leave. Until yet, you don't know what's going to happen, whether he's going to fancy a move to Russia or Turkey, because those windows are still open, I believe, till September 9th or something like that. And then at that point, yesterday, early on, Ethan Ampadu hadn't gone as well. And Ethan Ampadu, ladies and gentlemen, that's another one. He's gone to Venezia for another loan. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And I just thought, Ishan, that maybe we have a strong squad. I know midfield is something that we need to focus on. But if Saul doesn't happen, we carry on. But, Ishan, I have to say, now that Saul has happened, there is no doubt in my mind, Ishan, and I want to hear what you have to say, and the live chat as well. We have the most complete team in the Premier League. I feel like up front, Lukaku, Havertz, Werner. Lukaku will play most of the games. Inside forwards, a ton of them. Wing backs, many backups. Left side, Alonso and Chilwell. Yes. But right side, literally many. Centre backs, many. Midfielders now, 4 big-time midfielders. N'Golo Kante, World Cup winner, Champions League winner, Europa League winner, Premier League winner, Jorginho, UEFA Player of the Year award, Euros winner, Champions League, Europa League, Kovacic, multiple Champions League winner. Do you know what I mean? And a whole heap of other stuff. Saul, La Liga winner, Spanish Cup winner, Spanish Super Cup winner, Europa League ×2, Champions League runner-up as well. So, Ishan, what do you have to say? Like, are we the most complete team out there at the moment, or are there other teams that are probably in the same level?
No, 100% agreed, man. This was the same question that Matisse asked me. I was in his show, earlier today, and he asked me that, this is a great addition, and I thought that this is the best quick fix that we could have. This is not something that we would need in our starting 11. This is something that we need as from the rotational point of view, right? Because I don't think so. Saul is a world-class player. Let's not have any two ways about that.
There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but he does. I don't think so.
All those trophies without being world-class.
Yeah, 100%. But still, I don't think so. He straight away walks into the playing 11, right? Because Kovacic, Jorginho, and Kante, these guys are on a different level. The uniqueness that they bring to the team, and especially on that double pivot role, is absolutely immense. Also, Saúl Ñíguez, I think so. He's an experienced midfielder. So I think so. His favorable position is the number 8, where he could absolutely be the best. But now he's in a double pivot position with a back 3. So now defensively he's got more surroundings around him, and he's more secured. So it'll be interesting to see how does he adapt to this whole formation, and how does he adapt to the whole role and the chemistry that we're going to play under Thomas Tuchel. And especially we all know the fact that the double pivot position is so important in a Thomas Tuchel system. Also, I think so. Now, since we just seen in the Liverpool game where Kante had a little bit of nag, and then he left after halftime, and Kovacic joined in. There was a risk of injury. Also, we saw that Jorginho on the ground, and he was struggling a little bit. It was a matter of big concern. If we've got 3 guys,
we were doing the watch along, and we were getting worried.
Yeah, 100%, man. Listen, there are three guys for two positions. If one gets injured and other is in the contingent of getting injured, or maybe he's not 100% fit, there's a huge risk. You don't have any players who could actually be, preferable in that position. You might need to bring up a Chaloba or a Ruben Loftus-Cheek who do not preferably play in that specific
Yeah.
double pivot role, and they might need to adjust themselves. You might not get the best out of that position, but that position is so important in Thomas Tuchel's system that you need to be the best. You need to be at your best. You just cannot go out
Yeah.
there and do a job in that role. So that's the thing, and that's what my concern was, and we've talked this in a watch along as well, that this, if Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, even one of these three gets injured and we don't have any backup, there's a risk of burning two players out, and we
Yeah.
don't want Jorginho or Kovacic to get burnt out, because that is, the formation which you are playing in. This is so important that we cannot leave these guys out. That there are no substitutes to that. We cannot play a Pulisic there. We cannot play Werner there. Mount can be played, but he's not preferred there again.
You need
Again,
specialists.
Chalobah.
You need specialists.
Yeah, Chalobah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek can be played, but not specialists there. So that's why it was so important for us to get that midfielder. You know what I mean? Also, Billy Gilmore went out loan, right? And this deal is so important from loans perspective, is that, just like you always say, that we need to have plans for Billy Gilmore next season when he comes back. So that's why this is such a good quick fix for this team, that 1 year loan for Saul would be perfect, because by the next season maybe we'll get a Gilmore back, and maybe, if not, we've not signed any of midfielder, let's say a Xiaomeni or Declan Rice this season. That means that for the next season we might go all out for a Declan Rice or a Xiaomeni, to strengthen our midfield, and also maybe get a Billy Gilmore in, knowing the fact that Kante, Kovacic or Jorginho might not play continuously for 4-5 years or so, 3-4-5 years or so, and we need to build the base. So maybe we'll get in a midfielder next season, instead of having so much hassle this season. Why not have on a lesser price get some midfielder next season? So for me, the Saul deal is a perfect quick fix, and we our bench strength, maybe it is probably, for me, is the one of the best in Premier League now.
Yeah, man. The strength in the bench, strength in starting lineup, everything. I mean, I was doing the lineup yesterday and I didn't include Saul, obviously, because at that time we didn't know what was going on. But now, if you include Saul on top of all of those players, it's immense, 100%. Varun Bakshi, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Saul, great addition to Chelsea. Congrats, guys. 100% great addition. I do want to talk about a couple of things you've brought out, Ishan, especially the whole ideology around, it's a loan deal, which is what it is at the end of the day. Saul is a loan deal and an option to buy for 40 million. So not obligation, option to buy, which is good. However, there is a twist, and we'll talk about the twist, and I will hear what Ishan has to say, and the live chat as well, what you guys have to say. Very, very interested as well. The best comments I'll put up there. But just quickly from Nizar, Saul was on Twitch as well last night, and he was saying this: Chelsea's option was to leave the comfort zone. It won't be easy to get into the team. This is what you were saying, Ishan. It's not going to be easy. We've got world-class midfielders. At Chelsea, I will train at my position. I believe I saw Declared say this. I just want to bring this up. A peak Saul can work up that pecking order and could even play as a left wing back too, if needed. Yes, if needed. However, I think one of the reasons why Saul is moving to Chelsea is because I will train in my position. I think one of the things that he's been frustrated about in Atletico Madrid, and by the way, tomorrow I will be dropping another video with a Atletico Madrid fan, Jack Benson, who was in the channel last season, and I will get the inside scoop from why Saul was looking to leave, why they've got Griezmann, the whole situation with Diego Simeone. So it'll be a very interesting conversation. Do look out for that video tomorrow when it drops. Have the notifications on, ladies and gentlemen. But one of the reasons, Ishan, it feels like at Chelsea, I will train in my position is a huge factor. Then we will see if I play. That is the biggest cause of my decision. He's very confident. Let's look at what else he has to say. Saul also acknowledged in his bad form. I don't want to see the Saul that you've seen these last 2 seasons. We've already mentioned these last 2 years. He wasn't that great. I was very frustrated not being able to show people that I'm capable of. And then he goes on to say, Saul is traveling to London today and will wear the number 17 shirt. His friendship with Kepa also played a role in the deal. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, another reason to say thank you to Kepa. Not only he gave us that Super Cup because of his penalties, but there you go. Saul is massively, his friendship with Kepa was a big factor. But a couple of things I want to talk about now. Firstly, this whole situation where Declan is saying the pecking order and being able to play in other areas. I mean, Ishan, we'll talk about the whole Billy Gilmore situation after this. I don't think I see him play any other positions. Yes, he can fill in. With Atletico Madrid, he's done it in the left midfield. He's done it as a right back or whatever at times. But I think at Chelsea, it is going to be the midfield position. Or I don't think he's going to be chopped and thrown around in other areas. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, for me, it's crystal clear that it is he's going to be a rotational player for the double pivot position, and that's it. I don't think so. He's going to be played in the wing backs. I think so. Man, how come we can even consider that, knowing the fact that Chilwell hasn't got his opportunity to even put his foot in the grass, and you're talking
Let's
about
start Saul at left wing back.
and then you're talking about Saul at left wing back. Nah, I don't think so. He can play, but that's what we don't want. Even Chalobah could have played. Even Loftus-Cheek could have played, but we don't want that. We want the best players at his best position. And Thomas Tuchel definitely would want a player to his maximum capabilities play the position that he prefers the most. And I think so. Midfield is the place to be. But again, even Saul knows the fact that it's not going to be the way he thinks, that he's just going to barge in the playing 11. He has to make his way up.
He acknowledges this.
He definitely acknowledges, but this does not mean that he'll always stay as a rotational player. No, it does not. If he brings up some abilities, he's definitely going to be very unique in our team. For me, technically speaking, I think so. His left foot is a USP for him. It's a big weapon for him, and we don't have a left-footed midfielder. In any
this
position.
This is a huge factor. This is a huge factor.
It is. Technically, it is a huge factor, and Thomas Tuchel might definitely be thinking that.
Can you imagine Jorginho and Saul? Jorginho right-footed and Saul left-footed. It's a big factor to be able to switch the ball around.
Big factor. Also, Miz, I think so. Saul also can play as a register. He can do that. He can be a bit of a Jorginho. He can be a bit of a Kovacic. He can be a little bit of a Kounde as well.
Yes,
so this guy is a mixture of all three of them.
Yep.
Into bits and pieces, and combined into one guy. That's Saul
he
for
can
you.
Shoot.
And
that is
he can shoot. Yeah, he can shoot.
That is more than other three. The other three can't shoot.
Yeah, he can shoot. He's good with his accuracy, and also I think so. His weak foot is very good. I thought his weak foot is very, very good. People really undermine his weak foot, but I saw that any matches that I saw with Atletico Madrid, all I saw that Saul's weak foot is really good. He's properly balanced, and like I said, he can play as a regista sometimes. So maybe if Jorginho gets a rest, Saul plays that role. He can play a bit of a Kovacic role. For me, I thought so. He's an attacking-minded player, but the way Diego Simeone plays in Atletico Madrid, that. Gets subsided somewhere down the line, that he does not try to just open himself up and go out there and attack. But here in Thomas Tuchel's system, he's going to be unleashed as an attacking player as well. He'll unleash the attacking buttons in his mind, and he'll be a good add-on, and especially I think so he's good in box to box as well. He'll find those positions where there are no players marking him, and he'll have some good tap-ins as well, knowing the fact that we've got Lukaku and Werner and Havertz who could pull off defenders with him, and that might create a empty space for Saul to go there and have a go. So there are plenty of options, plenty of permutation, combination, tactically speaking. But yes, I think so. This is going to be really, really exciting.
100%. Josh Otirio, thank you so much for this particular comment. Don't forget, he brings height in that position as well. This is a very interesting point, my man, because I'm looking at transfer market at the moment. He's at 1.84 meters. So that's more than 6 foot. As a tall midfielder, he may not look like that, but he's taller than Kante, Jorginho, and Kovacic. There's no doubt about that. And that is an added bonus. Aerially, in defense, he will give us that. And attackingly as well, he'll give us that aerial threat, which is going to be much needed. Obviously, defensive aerial ability is very, very needed. Alex, thank you so much for this super chat. Kounde not signing could be a blessing in disguise. That might push Rudiger to renew his contract. Yeah, this whole Rudiger situation, I hope it gets solved very quickly. I'm a bit worried about it at the moment. I do hope that he signs because I just don't want to see a player like Rudiger go away. I really don't. I hope he does sign this. Do appreciate the super chat, Alex. Thank you so much. Ishan, let's talk about this whole situation about Billy Gilmour. Then we'll look at Saul's achievements down the track as well. It's a very interesting conversation, Ishan. And live chat, once again, I want to see what you guys have to say about this. By the way, we're about 28 likes away from 100 likes. Let's get the likes up to 100 straight away. I know you guys are enjoying it. We've got nearly 170 of you guys live right now. Let's get those likes up to well over 100 as the first target. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Let's reach 7,500 subscribers together today. I know quite a lot of you guys watch on a regular basis, probably don't subscribe. Just go out there and subscribe. Just give in. You enjoy it. We know you enjoy it. So subscribe. And we're literally about 110 away. So let's get that going. Ishan, Saul is a loan, obviously we know. And it's an option to buy for 40 million. Now here's the twist. We want Saul to do well, right, Ishan? We want him to do well. We want him to perform. We want him to be excellent.
Yeah.
Now, if he is good and excellent, we will probably trigger that option to buy because why are we? And if we end up winning stuff, Ishan, as well with Saul, if we end up winning, let's say, the Champions League again or the Premier League or something, you know what I mean? We will probably push that option to buy. We will end up buying him because that's what we did with Kovacic as well. I know different circumstances. Kovacic was needed under Frank Lampard and whatnot. I feel like we will probably do it if he does well. And we want him to do well, right? So then what happens? Kante is not leaving. Jorginho is definitely not leaving. They're probably going to sign a contract extension. I'm not sure if Kovacic is leaving either. But why would you want to leave if the club is winning? You want to make sure that you become a legacy. If we trigger the buy option for Saul, Billy Gilmour will probably become the fifth choice because he's in the loan, or maybe he could go on another loan. I don't know. I'm worried about this Rice situation because if you've already got 4 out-and-out midfielders, then what happens to Declan Rice? I mean, if you were Declan Rice, Ishan, looking at it going, Saul going to Chelsea, I mean, yeah, I hope they do okay. Maybe he doesn't hope Chelsea does okay. I don't know. Who knows? But as I said, if Saul does well, then Declan Rice situation, I'm not sure. What's your thoughts about all of this?
Man, it's so tough to answer this. I mean, this is the exact same question even Matisse asked me yesterday.
Ishan, you can't say, I hope Saul does bad so that we don't have to buy him.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's so difficult. And, I had to answer this way to Matisse also last night that, listen, I mean, would be happy to, look Saul perform at his best, right? And it's so difficult because we've not signed a midfielder on a permanent deal. We need to have Billy Gilmour plans for the upcoming seasons as well. There's a guy called Conor Gallagher as well who's knocking on the doors and saying, listen, even I'm there, even I need a chance. And also, the links with Xiaomeni, Declan Rice. Now, if Saul gets triggered, the buy option gets triggered, and then we just buy him. I don't think so. We're signing a Declan Rice. I'll be very honest with you. It's compact. It's absolutely compact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This already Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, these three we've got main for the two positions. Yeah. Yes, we can argue the fact that Kante here and there he'll not play the whole
pick up the injuries,
Yeah, he'll pick up injuries and he'll not play every game, and might not play 90 minutes for each and every game. So you might need a Saul coming in there. Fine, but what else? You have Kovacic also. You'll have a Billy Gilmour back again. It's difficult, but man, it's so tough to answer. So tough to answer, and this is a big dilemma for Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel as well. But there's a buy option, right? You've been provided with this player,
And you know what,
it's
Ishan,
yeah,
at 40 million, if he does well, which I hope he does,
yeah,
that's a bargain at the end. Like if he has a
that's a bargain.
wonderful season,
Yeah,
defensively compact, inner pivot, brilliant, can play register, press, counter press, technical ability,
yeah,
shooting, assisting, whatever, the lot.
yeah,
40 million, and then someone like Declan Rice, 70, 60, 80 million, who knows? It's a
yeah.
bargain.
Yeah, it's a bargain, 100%, man. And you know, he's young. He's not that old. How much is his age?
26,
26.
26, 26.
He's got good number of years in his hand as well, and maybe he might be knocking in
Minimum
his
4 to
prime.
5. Minimum 5.
Yeah, easy, man. And I think so. Even if we sign a Declan Rice or a Tchouaméni, we might see that as a long-term deal. But then still, the initial year is going to be 4 or 5 as well, right? So similar. It's on a similar range for me. But the thing here is performance. I think so. With the Kovacic deal that back in the day we had from Real Madrid, it was kind of same thing. Kovacic came here. Kovacic came here on a loan, and Kovacic brought that flair in the midfield. He was relentless in his attacking forefront. He was really good defensively. The way he complemented the other guys, the way initially he was complimenting Eden Hazard, Giroud as well. I mean, it was brilliant to see. And Chelsea finally signed him. There was a buy option, and Chelsea finally signed him.
Yeah.
But again, this can again happen with Saul. We should not be surprised. It can happen. The thing that matters here is performance, right? If this guy performs at a good level, at a highest level, just like you said, the expectations that we have from Saul as a team, if he fulfills that, Chelsea are going to be more than happy to sign him a deal. Why not?
I mean,
why not?
This will be his target as well, right, Ishan? That I want to perform well, because I think he wanted to leave Atletico Madrid. We'll hear from Jack Benson tomorrow. What? Because he follows Atletico more. But I feel like he wanted to leave Atletico Madrid. He's been there for a long time. He signed a 9-year contract. Ishan, they do ridiculous contracts over there. So I think he had enough. They got Rodrigo de Paul there as well. There are a few other players coming in. Diego Simeone's probably thinking maybe it's time to part ways with Saul. So Saul gets a second chance. I've got no doubt that he will do his level best to play well. And the comments that we saw from Nizar, from the Twitch conversation that Saul had, he's determined. He's absolutely determined to do well. So I'm very confident, Ishan, that he's going to do well.
Even if we sign a Saul Ñíguez, that does not mean that we cannot sign a Tchouaméni or Declan Rice. We can, but the thing is, we cannot. I mean, they should not expect to be straight away, thrown into the playing 11. They have to wait 1 or 2 years.
Sacrifice will have to be made.
Right.
Then. Either Kovacic will have to be sold.
Yeah. There has to be a selling as well. Yeah. Or a Kante or a Jorginho. Either of Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho has to be sold.
One would have to go.
Yeah. So it's not impossible, but then this is something we're looking 2, 3 years, 4 years down the line. But as of now, I think so. For this season, it's a very good quick fix. It's a perfect combination for our midfield to have. Not just technically, but also rotation wise, it's going to be very, very exciting. And then this guy comes and fulfills everything. We might not have to break our head and thinking, what if this guy gets injured? We might need to play a Chalobah or a Loftus-Cheek or a Mason Mount. None of that. We play the best players in their best position and get the best output. That's what we know, and that's what we're gonna do. As simple as that. No complications whatsoever. But as far as Rice and Tchouaméni is considered, I don't know if this deal gets signed. It might be possible we can buy one, but then there has to be one sacrifice, like I always say.
100% agreed. Rakesh, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Where is Ross Barkley? Where is Ross Barkley? We are
He's from the academy.
It's a very good question. I just want to bring this up because I believe Adam Newson. Because I was wondering as well, what's going on with Ross Barkley? Because he was nowhere to be seen. He's gone missing. Ladies and gentlemen. Ross Barkley has gone missing. Transfer deadline, and the man has done a no-show. But I just want to bring this up. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, here we go. Let me just quickly bring this up. So this is what Adam Newson was saying, during this international break 2 years ago, Ross Barkley started back-to-back games for England. Now he's stuck on the fringes at Chelsea. He's seen his number 8 shirt taken away. Number 8 shirt just got taken away and given to Kovacic. They stripped the shirt from him by Matej Kovacic, and hasn't been assigned a new squad member. My God. Ross Barkley, your time is well and truly up. You don't even have a squad number.
Even Danny Drinkwater got a club.
Yeah, Reading. Yeah, he went to Reading.
Yeah.
And then Adam Newson goes on to say, what comes next? Well, there are a few transfer windows open across Russia, Turkey, or does Thomas Tuchel reincorporate him into the first team squad? He could perhaps take Tino Anjorin's place, for example. Interesting times, ladies and gentlemen. Ross Barkley, remontada for Ross Barkley, my days. But I think his time is well and truly over. It's sad, to be honest. That Everton Ross Barkley is the dream that we were sold, that fraudulent dream that we were sold, which never happened. It only happened maybe a couple of times at Chelsea the season before last season, Frank Lampard's first season, where post-lockdown or just before lockdown, there were some instances where he played really well alongside Billy Gilmore, but it soon disappeared. He then had a fairly good start at Aston Villa, but then the injury happened and then he got disappeared again. I mean, Ishan, just quickly, from your perspective, I'm a bit surprised that he didn't get a loan move to another Premier League club. I mean, if fit, there is a semi-player out there, not a supreme player, but maybe like a Brentford or someone like that could have used him. But strange. What do you think about this situation, man?
Yeah, surprising, isn't it? Because, even Danny Drinkwater got a loan to Reading. And why not? Why not?
Imagine they go up to Barkley. Even Danny Drinkwater got a loan, man. Have some shame. Have some shame.
Oh my days. Yeah, I think so. Ross Barkley is, on a better level than Danny Drinkwater is. Ross Barkley, had his game time, in Aston Villa as well. So, he was there up and running. He could have got another loan, or maybe, just force his way out. If you know that you're going to get stripped by your number, you're going to get your contract. You don't even have a
number now. You're numberless. You just have your name. There's no number.
Yeah. Name and the sponsor, that's it, nothing else. So if you know that you're going to be numberless and you're going to get your contract terminated, why not just force your deal out? Just even if it's a championship side, just go out there and play, be better, and maybe you can come up
championship side, go to one that's going to get promoted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why not maybe or maybe go to some other leagues. There might be clubs like Roma, some in Italy or some in France, maybe.
Why not Scottish League, bro? Celtic, Rangers.
Yes, Celtic, Rangers are there, and also in League One, not maybe PSG definitely, but then the other teams as well. There are there are options there. Why not go out there and just perform, instead of sitting here, eating your wages up in the Chelsea academy and then playing with the teenagers. Does not make sense, man. I think so. he should have got a move, definitely, or maybe I thought that Chelsea should have sold him, and maybe just like,
there's no buyers, bro. There's literally no buyers. Like, there was buyers for Victor Moses. There's no buyers for Ross Barkley. Unbelievable. There was rumors that he was probably going to Newcastle on a loan, but for some reason that never happened. That would have been a decent loan move, but obviously they ended up getting Joe Willock. But it is what it is about Ross Barkley. Varun, thank you so much once again for the super chat. Miz and Ishan, big up to you guys. Love the show. Honestly, thank you heaps. I do want to now show you guys some of Saul's. We've already mentioned this, but it's very important to just have a quick look at this as well on top. And then we will discuss on a few other factors too. There's some interesting conversations still to have. Smash the like button, guys. We are literally 11 likes away from 100 likes. Let's get the likes up to 100 within the next 10 seconds. 9 likes to go till we hit 100. And that will be a good achievement as the first achievement. Then we'll push towards 150. And I just saw I'm about 100 subscribers away. So I picked up about 10. So let's subscribe if you're here for the first time. Let's try and get to 7.5 5K subscribers. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. I know you enjoy it, so hit it. Coin Gang, my Coin Gang. Ishan, this is the new name, Coin Gang, the Coin Family. This is our Coin Family,
The Coin
bro.
Family.
The Coin Family, bro. The Coin Gang.
Fams with coins.
That's right, baby. That's right. I mean, Ishan, look at this guy's one time Spanish champion, 2 times Europa League winner, 1 times UEFA Super Cup winner, 1 time Spanish Cup winner, 1 time Spanish Super Cup winner, 1 times Champions League runners-up. It's what you always say, Ishan. Your famous words. He's not a bunny. He is not a bunny.
Yeah.
This guy, honestly, the wealth of experience, I know he's gifted. In terms of looking at Thomas Tuchel's style of play, I feel like he fits in brilliantly. He presses well. Diego Simeone, if a player plays under Diego Simeone, work rate, pressing, counter-pressing, you better be able to do all of that. That is so important. But his technical ability, the passing sense, vision. There was a footage where he dribbled past like 3 or 4 players and ended up scoring. I think it was a Champions League match, I believe, against Bayern Munich. I mean, Ishan, this is not, as you say, it's not a bunny. Like, this is a proper experienced midfielder where other youngsters within our team could learn from him as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's a top class player, man. And then the thing is, he comes with experience, and I think so. That's what matters, Last season under Frank Lampard, when we were on a roller coaster on the transfer market, and we signed so many players. The one thing that I also mentioned, very early on your stream is during the Champions League finals time, when I had said that this team has exceptional talents, but maybe a bit of lack of leaders, lack of experience there, right? So maybe yes, we had the likes of Thiago Silva, but the attacking forefront lacked experience, also the midfield. So I thought, Lukaku first of all was a perfect add-on to this, and now Saul coming up, look at the trophy galore that he has in his kitty. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. Also, he comes with a lot of experience, and just like you said, a player from a Diego Simeone squad is definitely not a bunny. We should not disregard him by any means. Yes, we can argue the fact that the last 2 seasons has not been the best of Saúl Ñíguez. He could have done way better, or let's say he could have utilized better, but there were injury issues, and it was difficult for him to cope up with that Atletico Madrid squad. But the Atletico Madrid squad is also there are huge competition there. There is Carrasco, Llorente, Koke there, Thomas Lemar, and there are many superstars there to cover up the midfield. It's not easy. And when you're out for an injury and you come back, it's always difficult to again put your mark in the playing 11 when the fact that you've got players like Koke, Llorente, Carrasco. It's not easy. But yes, if for him, he definitely needs some game time under his kitty, and in some odd games he'll definitely he'll surely be starting in with the likes of Carabao Cup, FA Cup initial games, also maybe Champions League initial games. You might see maybe against Malmo or Zenit, you might see the likes of Saul playing. So he brings up that experience. I hope he gels up really quick, because somewhere I heard he has some problem with English language. He might not be that fluent. All he knows is Spanish. But then yes, we've got the likes of Kepa, who's his best mate. Also, we've got our club captain Azpilicueta, so I think so he'll be comfortable real quick. It's just the communication factor that I hope he grabs really quick, and I have got no doubt that he'll do that really quick, because he's really experienced, and Atletico Madrid work rate and all the chemistry would the qualities that he inculcated in himself will definitely show up in this club, and he will play more freely, knowing the fact that we're not that much defensive, like Atletico Madrid, the way they play, that they're absolutely, park the submarine, park the Airbus, whatever it
Park the
is.
submarine, park the
Yeah.
Boeing, park the Boeing.
Park the Boeing 911, whatever it is. But Saul is gonna, I think so. Attacking wise, also he's going to be a great add on to it. Many of the guys in the live chat has pointed out his height, his aerial dominance, and also I would like to point out another thing is that aerial through balls is pretty good as well, and especially with that left foot, it's going to be a good prospect.
100%. This is a really nice tweet from PYS, which I noticed earlier on, and I wanted to share with you guys as well. We're not just adding quality in Saul, we're adding a winner, a man who's gone through adversity and tough times. Mentality is as important as anything. You can be talented but fail because you aren't mentally ready. With Saul, we don't have that. He's a fighter. This is what we need. We need more fighters in the team, and we've already got quite a lot, but you just keep adding on to that. It's very, very important to do that. 185 of you guys live right now. Let's hit the next target, 150. We have reached well over 100, 107 likes. Let's go to 150 now. Literally 43 likes away. So let's progress towards 150 likes together, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe. We are getting closer and closer to 7.5k subscribers. The run to 8,000 is going to be brilliant. You guys have been awesome towards that. So make sure you subscribe. Abhinav, it was your birthday yesterday and it's your birthday today. So you must be going around just saying it's your birthday every day. I'm starting to think you're a bit of a troll. So we will let you be as it is. Also, yeah, Alonso. Alonso is another Spanish player that can help him out, undoubtedly, no doubt. Ishan, let's talk a little bit about Kounde now. We've talked a lot about Saul. Saul's fantastic, and he's going to mean a lot to us. Makes us complete. Just quickly, before we actually touch on the Kounde situation, this is what Marina Granovskaia had to say in regards to Saul. We welcome Saul to the club and believe he completes our squad as we compete for honors in 5 different competitions this season. And then she goes on to say, he is a proven winner, a player with huge experience, and we know he will be very well suited to the challenges that face us in all fronts in the coming years. In the coming years? Interesting. Are we already giving some hints here, Marina? Challenges
in the coming year. It's years.
Oh, it's year. I thought it was years. Okay, I'm just spicing things up when things weren't even there. I'm basically trolling. I'm the troll today. I'm the troll now. But yeah, it's very, very good to see that we've got domestic cups to look forward to. We've got ask Ms. Year Ms. not years. Yeah, you're right. Man, live chat is alive. They will not let me get away. I like that. I don't want to make things up. People be going around. Miss said years. It's year. I do apologize for that. But domestic cups, Premier League, Champions League, Club World Cup. Let's not forget we want to win the Club World Cup, and we need a good squad to go there because last time we didn't win it. We don't want to make that happen again. I mean, this is very, very important. Our squad is, I feel now, it's very complete and we can compete in all fronts. Fantastic. This is what Marina is saying as well. And I'm glad that she's acknowledged this. Ishan, let's now talk about the Kounde situation. Man. A live chat, I want to know from you guys as well. Ishan, Jules Kounde, I feel sad when a player is put in this sort of situation. Obviously, Harry Kane was in that same situation as well, not that long ago. Then he had to come out and say that, I'm staying. I love Spurs. No, you don't. You wanted to go to City. We all know you wanted to go. Just don't lie. You don't need to lie. But it's very difficult for a player that had the personal terms agreed with us, Ishan. Literally did not play last weekend. Ran away to France. Camped there. Stayed solid. Sell me. I want to be sold. And Sevilla didn't want to budge. They wanted the money, and we didn't. We had a verbal agreement with them that Zuma was going to get sold. We've already agreed what the price is. Once that is done, We're going to come for you and we're going to collect our man from you. We sold Zuma, and then these guys are like, what deal? We didn't have any deal.
Oh man.
Complete 180. And it never happened. It never ended up happening because we're not going to budge, and that's fine. We shouldn't be budging. We had an agreement and you didn't do it. But I feel like, Ishan, this isn't the end. I feel like it's only a detriment to Sevilla for keeping a player that doesn't want to be with you. Who knows if he's going to have the same sort of feelings towards your club again when he comes back from international duty, if he's going to be playing the same sort of way. I feel like in January, we're going to go for this guy. And Ishan, I feel like we do need to get him. Maybe not it's essential this season, but Thiago Silva will probably be his last season. Azpilicueta is slowly aging. We do need, and you've already mentioned, Christensen will probably sign the contract extension soon, but Rudiger is still up in the air. We don't know what's going on with that whole situation. So, Ishan, do you think Kounde will happen, or do you feel like an unfortunate event could happen where Real Madrid could end up convincing him down the track?
Yeah, that's my concern. First of all, I don't think so Sevilla are gonna keep Kounde anyways. Man, I feel so bad. We've been gagged, we've been goofed by these Sevilla, board members. Absolutely duped by them. Just the scenario that you explained. I think so. This is the exact way it transpired. Because the personal terms with Kounde and Chelsea was agreed back in June. Fabrizio Romano, repeatedly tells that, Chelsea and Kounde, it's just a matter of time. The personal terms agreed since June. And you might think that it's more close than ever, as the days are passing by, it's more close than ever. But things get complicated out of nowhere, and very rightly put by you, I think so. The Zuma deal was the matter of concern then, and we've talked about this earlier as well, that Zuma deal might be the concern in Kounde deal as well. Once Zuma is out of the club, maybe that's exactly when Kounde comes in. So Chelsea was waiting for the Zuma deal to get sealed, and then we could have come in with Kounde. Now the thing here is, Zuma went out to West Ham, and I think so this was quite imminent that Zuma had to leave, and just not by the way we were negotiating with this Kounde deal, not looking from that perspective, but also from technical point of view. I don't think so Thomas Tuchel would envy Zuma much in a back three. He's better back four, and we cannot keep the likes of Zuma in as a bench warmer for the whole bench, right? So he had to go for his well-being. Fair enough, he left. But the thing here is, out of nowhere, the Sevilla, director comes out and says the deadline for Kounde was 25th of August. I mean, who are you to set a personal deadline for this guy? I mean, the transfer deadline day was yesterday, and you're saying that the personal deadline day was 1 week ago. Why? What if we could have signed him in 26th? And now, you're coming on 30th or 31st, and you're saying that it was 25th, the last deadline day for Kounde. Why not come on 25 and say today is the last day for Kounde? Why come on 30 and say it was 25? And we're not, in terms of negotiating and marketing, we're not a bunny of a club that you'll say that 25 is the last date for a Kounde, and we wouldn't sign him.
Just push us around. You can't push us around.
Yeah, like we would definitely, if we want Kounde, would have signed him in 25th. It's just that guy, that geezer, needed to have just a say, talk to the press, that just an excuse to come up here and say that he wants to keep Kounde. I mean, that was absolutely foolish by Sevilla. I mean, I don't know what's running in their heads, but all I knew is that once Zuma was done, Chelsea wanted Kounde, and just like you said, Sevilla were totally being opportunistic, just like West Ham were opportunistic in terms of Declan Rice. The exact time, we all knew the fact that Kounde to Chelsea was almost done deal. Terms were agreed with Kounde.
That was the one that was most likely happening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That's the one that.
And also, the transfer fee was also agreed. It was supposedly around £40 million, right? Before the Zuma deal. Now the Zuma deal happened. These guys, being the opportunists they are, they immediately raised the value to around £65 million, which is around somewhat around 75 million euros. And Chelsea did not want that. Chelsea tried to negotiate that, because why? We've already agreed with you that, listen, we're going to get Kounde for 40 million pounds, and after we sell Zuma, knowing the fact that we need a centre back now, you're being opportunistic and raising the price and overnight. That's not going to happen, right? Let's come to a mediation and let's agree to a term. Sevilla said, all right, listen, 25th was the last day. Now you get him out, out of a release clause, or you don't get him. This is absolutely shambles from their side. We've been absolutely gagged. I mean, this is shameful from Sevilla's point of view, from Kounde's point of view. I feel sorry for that guy, because he's ready to go out. I mean, he's not even reporting to the training grounds. He's not even there with the team. He's not even reporting to any training sessions. He's ready to go out. And Sevilla, with this whole behavior, absolutely shambles. They're not going to keep Kounde for long, that's for sure. But the thing here is, I think so. We couldn't have done anything, because we had to sell Zuma, and we had to wait for Zuma to go first, and then maybe bring in a Kounde. After Zuma went out, we didn't knew the fact that these guys would be opportunistic.
They double crossed us. They absolutely double crossed us.
Absolutely double crossed us, and I think so. It's a shame. It's a shame from their side. And people in Fabrizio Romano's Twitch channel were spamming red. Let's not deal with Spanish clubs anymore. Spanish clubs are disgrace, because the Saul deal and Griezmann deal also had a tangled in themselves, and also this Kounde deal.
And apparently we had history. We've got history with Sevilla with Dani Alves a long time ago when we wanted Dani Alves. Yeah. Similar things happen. Can you imagine if we got Dani Alves way back then? Oh my God! Wow! And we know what Dani Alves, that damage.
And I think so, Miz. I think so. Now, I believe that Real Madrid are going to hop in this scenario.
If you look at the situation that Real Madrid's trying to create, Ishan, they got Camavinga. I think that's a top signing. Camavinga is up and coming. Camavinga, Ishan, he's like 19. He's still a baby, and he's already looking like a solid player. I know Mason Mount did him in the last Champions League campaign, but let's keep it real. Camavinga is a top player. And then Mbappe, clearly, next season, he's free. He's going straight to Man United. As soon as the last day of the French league is done and dusted, you will see Mbappe pack up his bags very, very quickly, tidy everything up, and go straight to report to the Bernabeu. So that's another player they're going to get for free. Erling Haaland is very keen on going Real Madrid. And his release clause is only going to be 75 million euros next season. So you know what Real Madrid is going to do over there. And then if they can add someone like Jules Kounde, my God, they are going to become.
They're preparing the next generation Galacticos.
Yeah, the next Galacticos. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a nice little comment here from Declared, who is providing a link for the Instagram where Jules Kounde, he doesn't seem too happy, looks like. Let's see what else is in his stories. I don't know what he's doing over here. Oh, that wasn't Jules Kounde, by the way. I'm sorry, the first one was Jules Kounde. Is this Jules J Key 4? Who's J Key 4? Is that Jules Kounde? Anyway, looks like this is the training that he's having. I just want to quickly have a look at, see what our main man Saúl Ñíguez is up to. See if he's done anything.
In the meantime, Alex says Ishan might understand this. Sevilla showed their Kounde instead of Kounde.
Even I understand that. Yeah, Sevilla did show their Kounde. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know if I can play videos. I don't want to play videos. I'll get in trouble. Doesn't look like he's put on any messages here, but I think Chelsea might have done that. Let's have a quick look at what Chelsea is up to. Yeah, obviously, they've got this new chapter pending. Nice, fantastic. And then obviously this one, Buenos dias, hola Saul. I really would have liked it if they said hashtag Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. Yeah, I was about to say
very
that.
Interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the other news that we want to share. Maybe we'll go to the Chelsea situation. Give me 1 second. Oh, yeah, and then we want to talk about this other very, very interesting thing as well. Meanwhile, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Get those likes up to 150. That's the next target. Let's bring out Chelsea's... Oh, look at this guy, bro. Bro, this guy's a beast. Man, look at his head. It's got veins popping out. Romelu Lukaku's going to... Oh, he is going to smash someone. Oh, is a match day? I had no idea. So okay, I thought matches were going to start in the weekend.
Match day -1, maybe. Belgium's got a match,
yeah.
is it?
Yeah, tomorrow probably. I really like how they did this loading. That was very interesting. Yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just quickly, a few notes about Ethan Ampadu, and obviously we'll talk about Ross Barkley a little bit, and sorry, not Ross Barkley, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and then we'll see another tweet very soon about the net spending. I mean, just quickly, Ishan, third loan for Ethan Ampadu. He's going to Venezia, I believe. Let's see if I can... I've actually spelled that correctly. Have I spelled that correctly? Venezia? Is that VA? How do you spell Venezia? Ethan Ampadu. Has this guy tweeted anything? This guy hasn't even tweeted anything. He's so over it. He does not want to tweet nothing.
Yeah.
He is so over it, ladies and gentlemen. He can't even be bothered about tweeting where he's going. Here we go. Yeah. There, that's the one. Venezia. Wales international defender Ampadu 20 arrives on loan from Chelsea. Man, that looks pretty good, man. Their kit actually looks pretty fly. Yeah, man, that's interesting, man. That's a very nice kit. But Ishan, another loan. Live chat, I want to hear from you guys as well in regards to this. Another loan for Ethan Ampadu. Leipzig, Sheffield United, now Venezia. I'm not even sure. What are these guys in the Serie A? I'm hoping they're in this area. Wow. Dead last.
Oh, Arsenal FC, is it?
He could have just gone to Arsenal. 2 played, 2 losses, 5 goals conceded. Oh my God. It's going to be another difficult season.
Better than Arsenal, miss. Arsenal got 5-1. Conceded 5-1.
Bro, what do you think, man? What's your thoughts after that, I'll give you my thoughts. What's your thoughts on this one, man?
Ampadu, yeah, I mean, it was for sure that I did not believe that, he would have, had a chance in Chelsea FC's team. Definitely, obviously not in the playing 11, but also as a rotational, I don't think so, because, he's not had a good loan season in Sheffield United, to be very, very honest. Sheffield United got, absolutely pace-ripped the last season, and, was a failed season, was a failed loan for him, and it wasn't a successful season, to be very, very honest, for Ethan Ampadu, and I think so he definitely did not had any chance. People are talking about him playing in the double pivot when, due in case of any injury or as a rotational, but I don't think so. He's not qualified enough for me. I'll be very honest with you. To play in that double pivot position, I don't think so. He's qualified enough. We could say that Gallagher had a better season than Ampadu, because Gallagher showed some good signs, and Gallagher is having a good season now. So maybe we might have a Gallagher back. We could, but Ampadu, I don't think so. We could have any plans for Ampadu in playing 11. And was the loan deal a good decision for him, or we could have sold him? That I think so is the point of debate here. Maybe we could have sold him, or maybe wait for 1 year loan, and maybe if he gets better, and then we sell him. But the point of the matter is, I don't know why people were, trying to put Ampadu in the scene here. I would definitely any day of the week select Saul ahead of Ampadu in, as a rotational player any day Saul, over
Mm.
Ampadu. But then yes, again Ampadu, I think so. Maybe you could have argued that he could have a permanent deal instead of loan deal, but then a loan deal here to Venice. I hope he does good. La Liga again, it's going to be challenging. Yes, I hope he gets better. All I can hope is if he gets better and comes back, then we can see that if we want to keep or not. But the thing here is, at this point of time, we're the champions of Europe, challenging for 5 competitions. I don't think so. He's up there, man.
It's a really interesting comment here from Declan. Thank you so much for that, my man. It's good, Miz. He went to good clubs before and spent too much time on the bench. At least this way he can play a lot. I mean, sure, he can. I'm just worried that, I mean, these brothers are last. I mean, I know it's early days, 2 played, maybe they'll climb up, but I just don't want him to be in a club where they're just going to ship in goals after goals after goals. I mean, what's the point? Where is he going to play? Is he going to play as a defender or is he going to play in the midfield? I mean, looking at the way Venezia plays, looks like they play a 4-3-3. So,
they've got the theory, Henry.
yeah, they got the Arsenal legend Thierry Henry back from retirement now. But yeah, I mean, Ishan, in a back four, in a 4-3-3, where's Ethan Ampadu going to play? Is he going to play where this guy is playing, Busio, or is he going to play as a centre back?
It has to be either you play him as a defensive midfielder or maybe as a centre back. I think so. Ampadu in the preseason he's played as a centre back, if I'm not wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think so. He played as the left centre back, Ethan Ampadu, and
yeah. But in a back three, featured. That was a back three.
Yeah, back three as a left centre back. So I think so. He'll go as a centre back, but I'm not sure, man. Anyway, he plays. I hope he does good. I think so. As a midfielder, I would open him up a little bit more. He can explore himself more. It depends on the team that he's playing. I hope. Only thing I can hope is I hope he gets some good gaming time, consistent gaming time, so that he can, become a better player. And I hope he, does not get this team relegated as well. What can I say, man?
Oh man, it's incredible, man. I mean, yeah, this comment here from Aka is probably bang on. And people forget that we got Gilmore. Ampadu ain't getting in this team, never ever. I mean, just final thoughts on Ampadu, Ishan. Is it over? I suppose. Does this guy have any shot? I know he's still young. I think he's like 20 or something still, or 21. But the talent that we have, man. I mean, is this the final straw? And then maybe next season he's sold. I mean, if he doesn't have a good season.
Yeah, man, it's very difficult, man. If we start thinking about Ampadu, when are we gonna think about Gilmore? When are we gonna think about buying a potential Declan Rice or a Shaw? Even if we do that, we're not guaranteeing a Rice or a Shaw or a Gilmore a perfect starting 11 position. How can we think about Ampadu here? So does not make sense to me when thinking about Ampadu at this point of time. Not just that, but also performance-wise, our team is way up there. I don't think so he'll be able to take that pressure and be up there as of now. He's nowhere near either of the centre backs that we have, or either in terms of the midfielders that we have, and also Saul coming in. We're on a different level now, and he needs to really, really improve in terms of at least getting a good signing maybe next season.
Yeah, man, no, absolutely. Let's see what happens. All we can do for the time being is wish him the best so that he has a good loan over there, and then we'll see what happens. That's all you can do. But I'm not even sure if this guy's interested, man. He wasn't interested about Sheffield United. I'm not really sure if he's interested about Venezia, but he has to be interested. You have to go out there and perform. Ishan, this is the thing that I wanted to talk to you about. Accordingly to Transfer Market, and it's incredible. A lot of our, there were certain parts of the fan base that were getting annoyed at, the kind of business. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got the poll up at the moment. Before we talk about this, I do want you to participate on that. I want you guys to participate on the poll. At the moment, we've got 318. It's rising. Nearly 320 people that has voted. And I've put the poll up that Chelsea fans, how would you rate this transfer window? 72% of you guys are saying meets expectation, 21 exceeds expectation. So do participate on that poll. I really want to see where this goes. Meanwhile, I do want to show you guys this particular image. Ishan, there was a small percentage, like a small section of the fan base that was getting annoyed with Chelsea hierarchy, the board, and Marina, but it's incredible what we did, Ishan. I know people can't see it completely in this particular image, but basically we let go of a lot of players. Let me just have a quick look. Tammy Abraham, 36 million. Kurt Zuma, 31 million. Fikayo Tomori, 26 million. David Zappacosta, 8 million. Victor Moses, 4 million. And then whole heap of loans as well for, obviously, Timo Bakayoko, Giroud, Kennedy. Giroud was a full transfer, 900,000. Kennedy was a loan fee. Emerson, loan fee. Batshuayi, loan fee. Then we let go of a lot of other players. Marco Van Ginkel, Izzy Brown, Danilo, Jake Kaltas, Clark Salter on loan transfer. Danny Drinkwater on loan as well. Abdul Baba Rahman on loan. Matt Miazga, Billy Gilmore, all of these are loan. Ethan Ampadu on loan. And then we have Mark Geehee sold, and whole heap of. It's just incredible. It's incredible what we did. And then this image over here, net spend not including loan fees. Chelsea's net spend was only 3.1 million in negative. I mean, Ishan, how can we say anything poorly about Marina and the board? They have done a madness. They've done a madness.
I was talking the same thing with my friend, and he was like, "Man, why are we getting so many people coming out and saying Marina out? I mean, the way she does this whole transfer market, especially few years now, 2-3 years now, it's absolute massive for us, and this has been our absolute strong point. It's been our strength, and I think so. The people who says Marina out does not understand our club at all, at all. Maybe they are new fans who trying to make a point there, or just rival fans, or just the fans who fluctuate here and there. I don't think so. They understand the club at all.
Depending on moods.
Yeah, depending on moods. Today, in the morning, there'll be Chelsea FC. At the night, there'll be maybe Man United. And, afternoon, some Pablo Escobar FC. Nobody knows that, So, you cannot justify. You cannot justify those trolls. Those are absolute trolls. And you cannot say anything about that, because we've done astonishingly well. I don't think so. We can, even point a finger to whatever we've done in this transfer market, especially this transfer market. The expectation, we've talked about this, Miss. Even the beginning of the transfer market, we've said that. And I've said that, the only thing that I would want in this transfer market as an incoming, if I get a world-class centre forward, I'd be 100% happy. I'd feel that my team is complete. But now came a situation that we saw Billy Gilmore out, and we needed a midfielder. Bang! We've got a midfielder, Saúl Ñíguez. Here. So what else do you want? And look at in terms of outgoings, the outflows you've already shown here. Immense. And we needed that, because that's our strength. We put people out on loan and get the money in. That's what we do. And, once the whole tenure is done, maybe go out for a permanent transfer like we did this time with Zappacosta, right? And also Oliver Giroud, he's now out for as a permanent deal. So that's how we do, and I don't think so. We should have any finger points pointed out on Marina and the Chelsea board. They've been exceptional, and I'm actually a huge admirer the way they're running it, and not just that. Especially after Pericek came in, and he's one of the board members. This thing looks more solid, more rigid, and more reliable. Because Pericek is someone who served us. He's a club legend. He's a proper club legend. He's in fact, a Premier League legend, to be very, very honest, and he knows how things run, and he's been helping us with the board now. So I think so. This looks more rigid and more reliable, more than ever. I don't absolutely understand the people. I don't call them, basically, I disregard them as fans, to be very honest, coming out there, out of nowhere saying Marina out. It was so fluctuating, miss. It was frustrating,
Yeah,
in
it was
Fabrizio
incredible,
Romano,
man. It was disgusting
which,
at one point.
yeah, there was the whole deadline day, the final deadline day was like this, right? It was up and down. One moment you'd see Saul deal off, one moment you'd see on, again off, again on, Kounde deal off, again on. The moment some deals were off, people coming out and saying Marina out, and again when it's on, oh, Saul on, Saul to Chelsea, Saul to Chelsea. It was fluctuating, and I don't consider them seriously. Absolutely, we should not. I think so. They should be absolutely ignored. They make no sense, man.
Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, we've done incredible business. I actually also thought that we might have been in positive, just like few people in the live chat that are saying. But look, it is what it is. It's only a negative by a small margin. When you look at Arsenal at 131.8 million, and they look like they went backwards with all their signings. So that's incredible. That's incredible, the kind of stupid business that they did. Let's see what happens. I mean, Ben White at 50 million. Lukonga is looking good. I think he's a good signing, but all the other ones, I'm not really sure what's going on. And they failed to offload a lot of their players, which we made sure we did that, and we still got a lot more players to offload still. So,
Miss, could you please bring up the list again of exits?
exits. What do you mean? Oh, okay, yeah.
The departures. Just
Yep.
yeah. Can you open this up a moment? I need to address something. Yeah. Nanda Kumar Chandrasekhar on the live chat. Don't you see this? The number of departures that went out, and how many, how much we've got net gain from this. And you're talking about just one outgoings which was possible but did not happen with the likes of Ross Barkley. What do you want? You can't see so many deals happening. Didn't you see we let go out Danny Drinkwater to loan on Reading, which was quite impossible because that guy hasn't kicked a football, professional football for 2 years now. And I mean, you feel bad for Livramento going out, but we've got a buyback clause there. So I feel it makes total sense, and we've got brains there. Where are you thinking?
This must be
you tell me,
trolling, bro.
because
This must be trolling. Nah, this is definitely
he's
a troll.
absolute troll. He's not there in the transfer. He does not know our club at
I mean,
all. Man.
surely
Look at
you're
the
not worried
departures.
about the Barkley situation. I mean, we've let go.
Nobody
of
is.
so
Nobody is.
Nobody's looking to get Barkley. It's not all on us.
Yeah.
People are not looking to get
We've
Barkley.
got Moses, the likes of Moses out, Zappacosta out. These are difficult, miss, because they've not been playing football at their best
Bro,
rates,
we made
right?
4 million on Moses. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and
Cost like
also
8 million. I know we made a loss there, but still, we got rid of him for 8 million, which is unbelievable.
even getting the absolute, dead foods who do not feature our club at all, like let's say a Marco van Ginkel, even getting out to some other club is a big thing. You're not terminating the contract and releasing him. It's difficult. If you don't understand your club, you're gonna come up with these stupid questions. You go understand your club
and
first.
Look, selling Livramento, yeah, sure, but it takes two to tango, my man. There were contract extensions in offer for all of these players, Lewis Bate and Livramento and all of these. Livramento is the one who did not believe that he was going to start. He wanted to start. He was never going to start ahead of Reece James or Azpilicueta. Never. There's a process. You have to wait for your time. But he got the opportunity with Southampton, and that's why he's moving on. So I always say it's not always Chelsea's fault, man. It's not always Chelsea's fault.
I don't think so. Absolute trolls, man. Brent Smith with that brilliant comment. Morata, she sold Morata for dumb amount of money. How much? It was 60 million pounds, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, 50 million. She sold Eden Hazard on his last season. 120 million. Come on, man. Come on. Nah. It's a bit too much. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got nearly 200, and we're just one like away from 150. So let's now push towards 175 likes before we end the stream. We will end the stream very, very soon now. And make sure to subscribe. I think I just crossed 7.4. So let's push hard to get towards that 7.5 mark. Let's get there ASAP. I'm just refreshing to just check. 4 away from 7.4. So Let's subscribe. If you're here for the first time, hit the bell notification as well. Smash the like button. Check out Ishan and his socials in the description. I mean, Ishan, we will, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, make sure you're logged in approximately about UK 1 p.m. Ishan and I will be back again. We'll talk about transfers across all of the Premier League teams. We'll see who's in, who's out, who had the better transfer window. We'll make a rating out of that. So do make sure you're there, which is going to be very interesting. And also do look out for the other video that's going to drop tomorrow, where I am going to be talking to an Atletico Madrid fan, proper Atletico Madrid fan, Jack Benson, who was in the show in my channel last season. Brilliant Atletico fan, and looks at them on a critical manner. We will get to understand about the whole Saul situation. Why did Saul leave Atletico Madrid and why not? Griezmann going there, Diego Simeone. So do look out for that video as well. Ishan, let's wrap things up now. I mean, are you satisfied from a transfer window point of view from Chelsea? Romelu Lukaku was the biggest one for us to cover a big hole, plug a big hole in terms of scoring goals. But then now we've strengthened our midfield as well. How are you feeling finally?
I'm absolutely satisfied, man. It couldn't have gone down better. Thinking about this, we could have thinking about the worst. It could have looked more worse. Imagine not signing a Lukaku and not signing a Saul and going this season with again that squad. We will argue every day that we've won the Champions League with that, but that's not gonna have that's you're not going to give that as an excuse for the every single time. There are other teams who have bolstered their squads with Galacticos. Look at Man United. Look at Man City getting a Grealish in. Liverpool's looking strong as well. They might not have any special signing in, but they look strong as ever. They've got a great manager. But yes, I think so. I can't be more than happy enough. We've got a world-class striker, Romelu Lukaku. That was so important. Very excited to see Lukaku in the coming days as well. Also, we saw Billy Gilmore go out and an immediate need of a midfielder, and signing Saúl Ñíguez, I think so made absolutely total sense to me. Yes, we can argue the fact that we could have got Tchouaméni or a Declan Rice, but again, where would you play them? They're not here. They wouldn't come to Chelsea to warm the bench. We all know the fact that Jorginho, Kovacic, and Kounde gets the first preference regardless, right? So where you gonna play? So I think so from every point of view, it's been a perfect transfer market for Chelsea, especially, and also getting a Saúl Ñíguez on that last deal on a loan, 1 year loan. Totally makes sense, and really excited to see what's in the bags for Chelsea in the next season.
100%. I cannot wait till the international break is over, all the players come back, and we are buzzing again with matches. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we'll end here. Smash the like button. We've finished the poll at 71% saying meets expectation. That's been their rating for this particular window. 22% saying exceeds. But yeah, I'd probably say it exceeds. For me, maybe Kounde would have made it exceeds, but yeah, maybe meets, I suppose. In between, maybe meets and exceeds, let's say. But yeah, smash the like button. Make sure those likes keep climbing up. Subscribe if you're here new. Brent Smith saying, I love it, guys. Thank you so much. Hope you guys have enjoyed this particular stream. I really enjoyed interacting with you guys. Ishan, really enjoyed your time as well. Check out Ishan and his socials in the description in Instagram. Make sure you follow him there. And I hope to see all of you guys tomorrow, which is going to be very interesting, looking at all the Premier League teams and their ins and outs, which is going to be a very good show. Until next time, everyone, take care and see ya.